have to teach kids how to play. People spend most of their waking moments staring at their boxes, that is, their TVs. And when they venture forth, they fix their eyes on even smaller rectangular boxes, their electronic devices. And you wonder why we are awash in mediocrity, why we are bored, why we focus our collective attention on sports, entertainment, and gadgetry, why our politics has devolved into an us versus them mindset. It's obvious. People cannot think outside a box. Sadly, the effect of box think has on our children is even more profound. Because of video games and what they see on TV, kids are incapable of original thinking, imagination, and creativity. Instead, they are conditioned to think inside the box. Even when they play, they require a game with rules somebody else has already laid out for them. Let me illustrate with an example from my days as a middle school teacher. I was assigned yard duty at lunch recess, and every day the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade boys would play touch football in the schoolyard. One day, a gang of 10 peeled away from their game and came to me with a complaint. "Can't you help us so we can play football too?" What, I asked, was their problem? Were they being told they couldn't play? "No, that's not it," said one 6th grader. "Everybody can play, but only a few boys ever get to touch the football." A second boy took up the complaint. "Eric and Ryan are the quarterbacks on the two teams, and they only pass the ball to Joey, Luke, Evan, or Brett. They won't even look to see if one of us is open." I understood the problem. Eric and Ryan, who were 8th graders, were the two best passers, and Joey and Luke and Evan and Brett were the most reliable receivers. They didn't drop the ball when it was passed to them. I didn't tell my gang members that, of course. Instead, I told them to get another football so they could play. "But there's not enough room to do that," complained one of the boys. "The field's only big enough for one game." I told them I wasn't talking about their breaking away and playing another game. Why not play the game with 2 balls? Quizzical looks all around. 2 balls? How can you play a football game with 2 balls? It's not in the rules. So I told them to forget about the rules, to think outside the box. Why can't you simply play the game with 2 balls? Whoever is on offense has both balls and 2 quarterbacks, and everybody on that team runs out to catch a pass from one of the 2 quarterbacks. I didn't want head-on collisions, so I said everyone on the left side of the field had to run out to the left, and everyone on the right had to swing out to the right. "But what happens," someone asked, "if one of the passes is complete and the other is incomplete?" "Then whichever ball advanced the farthest would be the new line of scrimmage," I said. "But what if one of the balls is intercepted and one of the balls is caught?" "In that case," I said, still improvising, "an interception overrides everything, even a touchdown with the other ball." I expanded on my rules. Let's eliminate first downs. When you're on offense, you get only 1 down, and whichever ball advances the farthest, that will be the new line of scrimmage. Then the other team takes over on offense. What if we punt with one of the balls? Well, if the punt ends up moving the line of scrimmage farther than the other ball, that will be the line of scrimmage for the other team. There was only enough time for one change of possession before the school bell rang and ended lunch recess. But the next day and the days after that, the boys rushed out at recess to play their new game. 2-ball. That's what they called it. 2-ball. My question is this: why were the kids totally incapable of fashioning a new game to solve their problem? Why was that left to a middle-aged man whose playing days were over? It's because they were victims of box think. Like their parents, they're incapable of thinking outside the box. You've been listening to the Bayou Picayune podcast. For more information and additional content,
go to davidpearson.net or pick up my books, And Lead Us Not and Bayou Da Vinci, on Amazon or any other major online retailer. If you like what you hear on the podcast, please subscribe and give me a review. Thanks for listening.